The moment that stops you cold. Have you ever heard something that just stops you in your tracks? That moment when the world seems to pause for just a second and nothing feels real? Imagine asking a simple question, thinking you are prepared for an answer, and then hearing, "We got married yesterday." Boom. Just like that, your assumptions, your expectations, your sense of timing, all of it is shattered in a single sentence. Let me tell you something. Life has a way of hitting you where it hurts the most when you are least prepared. And it's not about weddings. It's about being awake and present when it matters most. When life answers before you're ready, life doesn't wait for us to feel ready. It doesn't ask for our permission or give us a warning. One day you're comfortable, thinking everything is under control, and the next, life answers before you're ready. That suddenness, the shock, forces you to look in the mirror. How often have you waited for the right time to act? How many moments have passed while you hesitated, thinking you had more time than you actually did? Life doesn't pause for preparation. It moves whether you're ready or not. And that's the wake-up call most people ignore until it's too late. Silence after the shock, and then there's the silence. That quiet moment when words fail, when your mind races and nothing seems to make sense. It's the calm after the storm, the pause that forces reflection. In that silence, you realize how fast life is moving. The shock has a purpose. It makes you stop. It makes you think. Most people rush through these moments, afraid of the discomfort. But the silence is where clarity begins. It's where truth settles in. It's where you start understanding that being late, missing opportunities, or ignoring life's nudges comes with consequences. Has life ever slapped you awake? Think about the times when life has jolted you out of comfort. Have you ever been caught off guard, forced to face a truth you didn't want to see? Maybe it was a lost opportunity, a failed relationship, a sudden change you weren't prepared for. Life has a way of teaching through surprise, and those surprises are not random. They are messages, a slap awake, a chance to change, a moment to realize that waiting, hesitating, or ignoring the signs comes at a cost. Are you listening when life is speaking, or are you still asleep? Realizing you slept through the moments that mattered. The hardest part is realizing that life has been moving while you were distracted. Moments slipped by, relationships drifted, chances vanished, and you were too caught up in small, meaningless worries to notice. We all do it. We wait for tomorrow, for the right timing, for someone else to start, for conditions to be perfect. And while we sleep, life continues. People move forward. Opportunities happen. Connections are made. If you're not careful, one day you'll wake up, like in that story, and realize the moment you could have lived is gone. And there's no going back. This isn't about a wedding. It's about what you missed. Let me be clear. This isn't about a wedding. It's about the moments you let slip away. It's about the time you didn't spend, the words you didn't say, the actions you didn't take. Life is full of small, invisible openings, opportunities for growth, for connection, for love. And when you ignore them, they close forever. Every missed conversation, every postponed plan, every moment you thought you had time, these are the things that add up to a life of regrets if you don't act now. This is your reminder to open your eyes and be present. Life doesn't wait. So why are you? Here's the truth. Life doesn't wait for anyone. People don't wait. Opportunities don't wait. And your dreams? They certainly won't wait for your comfort zone. If you keep hesitating, life will move on without you. You have a choice. Stay frozen and watch, or step forward and claim your place in the moments that matter. Don't wait for the perfect timing. Start now. Show up, pay attention, and take action. Because if you don't, the next time life surprises you, it might be a moment you can never get back. Feeling left out, the sting of being too late. There's a sharp pain that hits when You realize you weren't there when it mattered most. That sting of being too late isn't just about missing an event. It's about missing connection, missing impact, missing life itself. Imagine watching people move forward while you were standing still, thinking you had time. The weight of regret presses down, and suddenly every excuse you ever made feels meaningless. This is the moment that forces reflection. It forces honesty. It forces you to see your own choices and realize that being late isn't just a matter of timing, it's a reflection of presence, attention, and action. Everyone faces missed moments. We all have them, moments that pass by while we weren't paying attention. Maybe it was a friendship you didn't nurture, a conversation you delayed, or an opportunity you dismissed. Everyone at some point faces the consequences of being absent. This isn't a punishment, it's a lesson. Life has a way of teaching through loss, through absence, through the spaces where you should have been. If you pay attention, these moments become mirrors. They show you what matters. They show you where you've been blind, distracted, or hesitant. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. You can only act differently next time. The trap of I'll fix it later. We all fall into the same trap. The illusion that there's always a tomorrow to correct our mistakes. I'll call them tomorrow. I'll apologize tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow isn't guaranteed, and every postponed action is a lost opportunity. Waiting for the perfect moment is just another way of avoiding responsibility. Life doesn't reward delay, it rewards those who act now. The longer you wait, the heavier the consequences. Every moment you push aside compounds, leaving a trail of things left undone and relationships left unattended. If you want to live fully, you must act before life moves on without you. Time doesn't pause. Life keeps moving. Here's the truth. You think you have time. You think you can catch up later, make amends later, fix things later, but life doesn't pause. It doesn't slow down for your comfort. Every second that ticks by is a second you cannot reclaim. People move, opportunities vanish, relationships drift. If you're not fully present, life will prove it again and again. The world keeps moving and it doesn't wait for hesitation. The sooner you accept this reality, the sooner you start taking action, showing up, and living intentionally. Waiting is a luxury you can no longer afford. Tough truths about waiting. Here's a truth most people don't want to hear. You're not losing because you're weak. You're losing because you're waiting. You're losing because you haven't acted when action was required. You're losing because you've relied on timing instead of courage, on comfort instead of presence. Waiting steals more than time. It steals opportunity, connection, and potential. Every moment you delay, life continues and you're left behind. If you want change, if you want growth, if you want impact, it starts with showing up now. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Own your moments before they own you. Life is a moving train. Think of life as a train speeding forward. It doesn't stop to wait for those who hesitate. Those who stand still, unsure or fearful, get left behind. Every opportunity ignored, every action delayed is like missing the train once it passes. You're stuck on the platform, watching the world move ahead. But those who act, who step forward despite doubt, who refuse to wait for the right moment, they climb aboard and move toward their goals. Life rewards presence. Life rewards courage. Be on the train. Don't watch it leave without you. The moment you wake up determines your path. Your future isn't decided by what's already happened. It's determined by what you do right now. The moment you wake up, truly see life and take action, that moment sets your path. Will you keep standing still, letting chances slip? Or will you rise, engage, and claim the moments that matter? Every step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum. Every choice to act turns regret into progress. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. The moment you wake up is the moment your journey changes direction. Choose it, embrace it, and step forward without hesitation. The psychology of delay. Why do we wait? Why do we hesitate even when we know the right action to take? The answer lies in our mind. Delay often comes from fear, uncertainty, or doubt. We overthink, we second guess. We tell ourselves stories about why now isn't the right moment. But the truth is, there's rarely a perfect moment. Waiting is a form of self-protection, a way to avoid discomfort. The longer we delay, the more we reinforce patterns that keep us from acting. Understanding this psychology is the first step toward breaking free and reclaiming the moments we've been losing. Pride, overconfidence, and the illusion of control. Another reason we wait is pride. We think we have control. We believe we can handle things later. We overestimate our capacity to catch up or to make everything right when the time comes. Overconfidence is dangerous because it creates a false sense of security. Life doesn't bend to our plans or our pride. Relationships fade, opportunities vanish, and moments pass, regardless of our assumptions. Let go of the illusion that you're in control. Accept that action is required now, not later. True control comes from showing up consistently, not from thinking. Every day, life throws distractions in our path: phones, social media, endless tasks, small worries. These are the thieves of time and attention. They steal focus from the people who matter and the goals that could change your life. Most of us drift through our days unaware of how much we've given to things that don't matter. When distractions dominate, the moments that truly count slip away. To wake up is to clear your mind, focus on what matters, and act with intention. Only then can you reclaim the time that's truly yours. I'll do it tomorrow. The mindset that kills progress. We tell ourselves tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will start. Tomorrow will speak up. Tomorrow will try. But tomorrow isn't promised, and each tomorrow you rely on is a moment lost forever. Waiting creates a cycle where action is always postponed and life continues without pause. The only way to break free is to act today. Every choice to act, no matter how small, disrupts the cycle and sets the stage for progress. Stop deferring your life. Start now. The hard lessons of ignored promises. Think about the promises you've ignored: promises to yourself, promises to others. How many times have you said, "I'll change," only to remain the same? Ignored promises teach hard lessons. They show the cost of inaction. They show who and what is left behind when you fail to act. These lessons are uncomfortable, but they're powerful. Listen to them, learn from them. Use them as a spark to finally take the actions you've been delaying. Consequences of waiting too long. When you wait too long, the effects are real. Relationships weaken, trust erodes, opportunities vanish, and regret grows. Life doesn't reset. It moves forward, often leaving you with only what you've chosen to protect. Every missed call, every postponed conversation, every ignored chance adds up. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, it shapes your life. Waiting isn't harmless, it has consequences. The sooner you act, the sooner you prevent those consequences from defining your future. Life teaches the lessons the hard way. Sometimes life doesn't give gentle reminders. Sometimes it teaches lessons with force. If you ignore the signals, if you hesitate, if you wait, life will hit you hard. It will teach the lesson the hard way. But here's the point. You can learn without waiting for pain. You can choose to wake up, to act, and to be present now. The choice is yours, and the clock is ticking. Pain is a teacher. Disappointment, a mirror. Pain isn't something to fear. It's something to learn from. Every time life hits hard, every time a moment slips, by without your presence, it teaches you a lesson. Disappointment is the mirror that reflects your choices, your priorities, and your actions. When you feel hurt, frustrated, or left behind, it isn't punishment, it's information. It shows where you've been blind, where you've waited too long, where you've ignored the signs. The question isn't why this happened, but what you're going to do with it. Will you let it break you, or will you let it reveal the truth and guide your next step? What this moment reveals about you, every missed opportunity shines a light on your habits and priorities. It reveals what you truly value and what you let slip through your fingers. Were you distracted? Were you afraid? Did you take the people who matter for granted? The answers are often uncomfortable, but that discomfort is the beginning of change. Look at the patterns in your life, the relationships neglected, the goals postponed, the moments wasted. These aren't failures, they're signals that something needs to shift. Awareness is the first step toward action, and action is what transforms regret into progress. The old self versus the future self. Your old self is defined by hesitation, distraction, and fear. Your future self is waiting for courage, presence, and consistent action. Every choice you make today determines which self becomes stronger. Will you remain stuck in old habits, letting life pass, or will you rise into the person capable of seizing moments? Think of it like this. Your past self is the foundation, but your future self is the building you're constructing right now. The stronger the effort, the taller and more resilient the structure becomes. The time to build is not tomorrow, it's now. Every moment ignored becomes a wall. Imagine each moment you ignore as a brick in a wall between you and the life you want. Every time you postpone a call, delay an apology, or wait for the right time, another brick is added. Over time, the wall grows higher, cutting you off from connection, growth, and opportunity. Life doesn't knock down walls for you. You have to do it yourself. The longer you wait, the more isolated you become. Awareness alone isn't enough. You must act to dismantle the barriers you've built through inaction. Every moment you show up becomes a bridge now. Imagine the opposite. Each moment you act, each step you take to connect, to speak, to contribute becomes a plank in a bridge. A bridge that connects you to people, opportunities, and growth. Showing up consistently strengthens the bridge, makes it wider, makes it uncheckable. Life rewards those who are present, those who choose to act even when it's uncomfortable. Every small act builds connection, every consistent choice adds stability. Bridges don't form overnight, but they form steadily, and they carry you to the life you want to live. Turning pain into a personal turning point. Pain becomes powerful when you let it guide you. Every sting, every moment of being left behind is a signal to pivot. You can ignore it and remain stuck, or you can use it to take action. The moment you decide to learn from discomfort is the moment your life changes direction. Pain doesn't have to break you, it can awaken you. It's not about the setback. It's about the step forward you take because of it. Stop blaming others. Ask why you stayed still. It's easy to point fingers and blame others for moving ahead. But blaming doesn't fix anything. The real question is, why did you stay still? Why didn't you act? Why did you wait while life kept moving? This is tough love, but necessary. Reflection is not guilt, it's clarity. Understanding your own role empowers you to take control. You may not change the past, but you can shape what comes next. Every choice to act today reclaims what hesitation tried to steal from you. Owning your emotions without guilt. Feel your feelings without shame. It's okay to be hurt, to feel left behind, to feel disappointment. These emotions are signals, not sentences. Owning them means accepting them, understanding them, and letting them guide your actions instead of weighing you down. Guilt doesn't inspire growth, understanding does. By recognizing your emotions and using them as fuel, you reclaim your power. You take what happened, learn, and step forward with clarity and purpose, rebuilding trust and reconnecting once you recognize your role. The next step is action. Trust, once lost, isn't gone forever, but it must be rebuilt with intention. Reconnect with honesty, openness, and consistency. Apologize where needed. Show up, not just in words, but in actions that prove reliability. Small, consistent efforts matter more than grand gestures. People notice when you truly commit to showing up. Every attempt to repair connections strengthens relationships, reinforces trust, and rebuilds the bridges you may have let weaken. Showing up fully every time. Show up early, show up fully. Repetition matters because consistent presence is powerful. Half effort doesn't build bridges. Complete effort does. Be fully there in your words, your actions, your presence. Whether it's a conversation, a commitment, or a responsibility, invest yourself entirely. Life rewards those who consistently show up, and nothing can replace that dedication. Each time you do, you reinforce that you are someone who takes action, someone who values connection, someone who will not let moments slip away. Accountability as freedom taking. Responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. When you accept your role in what happens, you gain control. No one else can determine your presence, your effort, or your choices. Accountability releases you from waiting, from blaming, from regret. It empowers you to step forward, to act intentionally, and to build the life you want. Freedom comes when you stop relying on others to create change and start creating it yourself. Taking the first step today, the journey begins with one step. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it has to start. Today, reach out, speak up, act where you hesitated yesterday. Small steps compound into progress, momentum, and change. Don't wait for permission, for timing, or for conditions to be perfect. Start now. The first action is the spark that lights the path forward. Once you take it, every following step becomes easier, and the life you've been waiting for becomes the life you are building. Shock and disappointment as fuel. Every moment that catches you off guard, every disappointment, every sudden shock it can be fuel. Fuel to grow, fuel to act, fuel to change. Instead of letting life's hits knock you down, use them to propel you forward. Let the surprise, the frustration, the heartbreak become a reason to prove that you can rise, adapt, and transform. Pain becomes power when you choose to use it as motivation rather than think of life's challenges as construction tools. The moments that break you are shaping you, carving out strength, resilience, and clarity. Every setback, every hurt, every moment you feel pushed to the edge is a building block for your future. Self-growth comes not from comfort, but from navigating difficulty. If you allow the breaking moments to teach you, to guide you, you emerge stronger, wiser, and ready to seize what you once missed. Shifting mindsets, awareness, humility, commitment change begins with awareness. Recognize what's happening, where you are falling short, and what you've ignored. Then add humility, admit mistakes, accept lessons, and release pride. Finally, bring commitment, take consistent action to do better, to be present, and to reconnect. Awareness without action is wasted. Humility without effort is empty, and commitment without clarity is directionless. Together, these three create a mindset capable of turning setbacks into stepping stones. Stories of people who turned pain into triumph. Look at those who have faced crushing setbacks and still moved forward. Athletes who lost a match only to train harder and win the championship. Entrepreneurs who failed multiple times only to build successful businesses. Ordinary people who lost loved ones only to dedicate their lives to helping others. The lesson is clear. Shock and disappointment are not the end. They are the fuel that separates those who give up from those who rise. You too can harness these moments to create triumph. What if this moment was exactly what you needed? Ask yourself, what if the shock, the disappointment, the wake-up call was exactly what you needed to start acting? What if the discomfort, the pain, was the push to finally focus, finally reconnect, finally take action? Life often gives us the hardest lessons because they are the ones we most need. Instead of resisting, consider that this moment is not punishment, it's preparation. A push to become stronger, wiser, and more intentional. Turning lessons into action lessons. Remain powerless without action. Reflection alone doesn't change your life. The final step is to take what you've learned, the awareness, the humility, the motivation, and use it. Make the calls, have the conversations, fix the relationships, pursue the goals. Every small action compounds. Every step forward proves that you've absorbed the lesson. Don't let insight become inertia. Turn what you've learned into immediate, purposeful action. Today's the day you stop waiting and start moving. You can't rewrite yesterday, but you can rewrite your life. No matter what you missed, no matter how late you were, yesterday is done. The past cannot be changed, but your life going forward is in your hands. Every choice, every action from this moment shapes your future. You have the power to start over, to rebuild, to reconnect, and to be fully present. The mistakes, the missed moments, they are lessons, not sentences. Learn from them, adjust, and step forward with courage and intention. Apologize. Listen, understand, support. Rebuilding relationships takes deliberate effort. Start with apology where it's needed. Listen more than you speak. Understand the perspective of others, and then support, not just in words, but in consistent actions. Trust isn't rebuilt overnight, but it grows steadily when met with sincerity and presence. Every gesture, every effort, every moment you dedicate counts. It's the small, consistent actions that restore faith and strengthen connections over time. Relationships are gardens. Think of relationships as gardens. If ignored, they wither. If left unattended, they die. But if nurtured, watered, and cared for, they bloom beautifully. Attention, care, and consistent effort create growth. Showing up, listening, apologizing, and understanding are the tools that cultivate strong, lasting bonds. Relationships, like gardens, require patience and intention, but the harvest is worth every effort. Emphasizing maturity and emotional intelligence. Rebuilding isn't just about actions, it's about growth within yourself. Maturity and emotional intelligence allow you to navigate conversations, conflicts, and misunderstandings with grace. They enable you to see beyond immediate frustration and focus on long-term connection. Every moment you grow internally makes your external relationships stronger. By developing awareness, patience, and empathy, you ensure that your connections are resilient and meaningful. Rebuilding takes patience and consistency. Nothing worth repairing happens instantly. Rebuilding requires patience and consistent effort. Showing up every day, choosing connection over avoidance, making small gestures repeatedly. These are the building blocks of restored trust and meaningful relationships. Consistency proves sincerity. Patience ensures understanding. Together, they allow healing to take root, relationships to flourish, and your life to move forward in a healthier, stronger way. Life rewards the present, punishes the absent opportunities. Favor those who act now. Life gives rewards to those who show up, participate, and invest themselves. It punishes absence, hesitation, and delay. Being present, proactive, and attentive ensures that you are part of the moments that shape your life. Ignoring them, delaying action, or waiting for perfect timing risks missing out entirely. Life doesn't wait, it rewards participation. An attention dot being left out is a reminder, not disrespect. When life moves ahead without you, it's not always disrespect, it's a wake-up call. Being left out highlights where you've been absent, where you've delayed, and where you failed to act. Use these moments as reminders, not insults. They signal the need to pay attention, to act intentionally, and to reclaim your presence. Life gives these signals for those willing to see them. Stop delaying what matters. Important calls, conversations, and actions cannot wait. Stop pushing them off for later. Start now. Whether it's a relationship, a career opportunity, or a personal goal, immediate action makes all the difference. The sooner you start, the sooner you prevent regret. Stop waiting for conditions to be perfect. Begin now. Take control of what you can, and let your presence shape outcomes instead of letting moments slip by. Take control of your time, emotions, and presence. Your time, your attention, your emotions. They are all resources that determine your life's direction. Choose how to spend them. Prioritize what matters. Be fully present where it counts. Control your focus so life doesn't control you. Small, intentional decisions compound over time to create a life of purpose, connection, and fulfillment. Taking control now prevents regret later and ensures that you are present for the moments that define your journey. If you don't control your moments, they will control you. Failing to act allows life to dictate your story. Hesitation, delay, and inaction give control to circumstances, to others, and to chance. Every moment you allow to slip by without engagement gives away power. Take control. Show up. Decide. Lead your own life instead of letting life lead you. Preparing for the moments that matter. Look ahead and anticipate the moments that will define you. Practice presence, cultivate awareness, and take initiative. Don't wait for life to force you into action. Prepare, engage, and act now so that when the crucial moments arrive, you are ready to seize them fully. Preparation ensures you are not left behind, not overlooked, and not regretful. Wake up now, show up now. Change now. This is your command to action. Wake up. Stop drifting. Show up fully in every moment that matters. Change your approach, your mindset, your effort. Do not wait. Every second wasted is an opportunity lost. Take charge, step forward, and embrace the life waiting for you. Repetition drives home the urgency and power of immediate action. Choose connection over ego, action over delay. Your choices define your life. Choose connection, engagement, and presence over pride, excuses, and avoidance. Choose action now rather than waiting for perfect timing. Life rewards those who act, who care, who invest themselves. Every decision to engage builds trust, strengthens relationships, and moves you toward fulfillment. Prioritize what matters over comfort or fear. Don't let life surprise you again. Remember the opening moment. We got married yesterday. Don't allow life to pass you by like that again. Don't be absent when it counts. Pay attention, step in, act now. Life will always move, whether you are ready or not. The choice to be present is yours. Make it count. Become the person who never misses another moment. Finally, commit to becoming someone who doesn't wait, someone who doesn't miss opportunities, someone who is fully present. Every moment is a chance to act, to connect, to grow. Take these lessons and make them habits. Show up, pay attention, and take action consistently. Let today be the day you stop standing still. The person who seizes life is the person who